And you know, for these teams that are currently seeking to be part of the Final Four, it's very important that they really win their remaining 2 games.
LaSalle right now on top by 4. 8-4 is our official tally. Don't go away. We got more volleyball action right here on Studio 23. De La Salle University riding on a 22-game winning streak. We see more supporters of Naan Panganiban.
At the service zone.
UP, on the other hand, on a 13-game losing streak. Their last win was last season against University of the East. But UP has shown the ability to score a miraculous upset, which they did last year against UST. Tigresses, of course, were finalists in the volleyball tournament last year, and UP was able to score an upset win against them. So if you're LaSalle, you don't want to be caught napping here against UP.
You cannot be complacent at any point in the game.
Esperanza showing no complacency there, saving that volleyball as it was about to touch the floor. Del Mundo coming in for
service.
Magtalas. Del Mundo has only returned to the lineup in the second round after dealing with some health problems, and the rookie Magtalas had to try and hold the fort with Del Mundo not in the lineup. Even Joyce Palat had to play a little center at the start of the season.
A lot of experimenting when it came to the positions, as we take a look at their number 2 best server, Galang.
Of course, number 1 is Cha Cruz at this point. We have a timeout. Let's listen in on this Coach Jarod Hobalde huddle.
Timeout.
Sa other side, makikita ninyo, ang layo ng bola. Alam niyo kung saan direksyon. Kailangan natin sumunod para ma-recover natin yung bola. Okay, next, sa offense natin. Tignan ninyo, malalaki yung blockers. So pwede tayo mag-off-speed. Okay, yung off-speed sa middle, ang laki ng area nila sa middle. Attack lines sa kabilang side. Okay, mayari, drop ball o pakita nyo muna jump there para mag-spike. Drop ball kayo sa middle. Huwag lang masyadong mag-aas. Ha? Gamitin nyo yung blockers. Pwede kayo pumalo off the block. Pwede kayo mag-drop doon sa middle. Ha? Tara, let's go.
Well, if you're going to look at the statistics, one thing we've noticed, Ann, is that the star players, the main scorers of the opposing teams, whenever they play LaSalle, which is the best blocking team in the UAAP, their points have really been limited.
That's right, because of course the blockers of LaSalle has been always actually challenges their offense. So no matter how strong it is, with the height and you know the talent of the lady spikers when it comes to blocking, mahirap talaga. So it's not an easy job. We may think that if we're watching on TV, madali lang yun. But you know, in reality, if you're actually there, it's difficult. Maybe not just LaSalle in particular, but other strong blocking teams, mahirap mag-penetrate ng blockers.
And that is why Coach Jarod Hobalde was telling his ladies a while ago that they should try and vary their attacks. Try to go off speed, try to go to the middle, a spot that he sees as a weakness on the LaSalle coverage.
But then, you know, it's a different thing when it comes to execution. We know that it's there, but I think it all has to start with a good reception from the Lady Maroons.
Because a good first ball is what leads to a great execution. You have to have a good first ball, and according to Coach Jarod Hobalde, that has been their problem all season. Receiving from the serve, and when you're going up against LaSalle, the attack starts really from the serve. Biggest lead of the game for LaSalle. It is at 9, 14-5 is the official tally. There's that double block at the top of the net by Cha Cruz and Reyes. That ball will go out. Point for LaSalle.
Now Now, LaSalle, like what you've mentioned earlier, still on a clean slate. They have an unblemished record. But, you know, looking at the team historically, we've seen how they really started off strong. Pero pagdating sa huli, dun sila nagiging alanganin. No? They've experienced some losses till the end of the league.
But right now, LaSalle looking good with an 11-point advantage. Back with more UAAP volleyball action. Don't go away. Before we went into the commercial break, and you were talking about LaSalle always playing well, but then at the end of the elimination round, it seems that there are times when LaSalle gets caught off guard, and that's exactly what happened 2 seasons ago against UST. LaSalle 13-0, and then in their last game of the elimination round, UST preventing LaSalle from getting that sweep, beating them and causing LaSalle to have a 13-1 record. Eventually, UST defeated LaSalle in the finals of UAAP season 72.
That's right. And the year after, I think LaSalle really learned from that experience. And, you know, they made sure that if they start strong, they end strong as well. Now, this is a different, I would say this is a different situation because there are new players on board. It's a new composition for the team. So, altogether, andito na naman tayo, no? It could be the same question that we could ask ourselves if they will be able to end this season strong.
Looking ahead on their schedule, they still have NU. They will play Coach Francis Vicente's Lady Bulldogs on Feb 8. That's Wednesday. And then, of course, in the last game of the elimination round, they play Ateneo.
That would be an exciting game. Although, even if LaSalle would lose, even if, you know, they're still, they're ranked number 1. Still Ateneo ranked number 2. So wala na. It's just a matter of really maintaining a flawless record for this squad.
If LaSalle wins this game, it will pretty much solidify their position as the number 1 team at the end of the elimination round. Nice dig there by Mika Irene Reyes. And that one will go out too strong for Chuck Cruz.
I guess a few errors are still acceptable here for LaSalle with this big lead that they have over UP.
Las Marias, the top scorer for UP in their last game against FEU, committing that service error. Point lead for De La Salle University.
Serving for De La Salle.
Del Mundo had to go low for that set, but it's a fault.
2 touches called on Del Mundo. 20-8.
LaSalle now pulling away. Now this LaSalle squad, as we know, a very strong team. They're currently number 1 when it comes to attacking, blocking, and serving, as well as receiving. So in almost all of the skills, they've managed to get the number 1 rank.
You mentioned the number 1 team in serving. They actually had 15 service aces against UP in the first round. That was LaSalle's best performance from the service line in any game here in UAAP season 74. Coming into the game for UP is Karen Joyce Del Rosario, one of 6 rookies that came in this year for Coach Jarod Hubalde. And Coach Jarod likes the effort that Del Rosario puts into the game when she comes in.
Through the block, Maranyo scores.
Maranyo getting the ball through, and we're seeing some substitutions here for LaSalle.
Tatlong Ari will come in. So already, Coach Ramil De Jesus is trying to give some experience to some of his players off the bench. Also, the backup setter, Carmela Garbin, in the ball game, as well as the backup libero, Rochelle Season, number 16. And Season may very well take over the new libero position for LaSalle next year, because there is a chance that Melissa Gohing will not play next year if she decides to work instead of taking up her master's because she is graduating already.
Galang with a hit
And this is where you see how coaches really have a succession plan. You see that if palaging may kapalit na yan if the coach knows na last 2 playing years na ng player, they make sure that they train someone who can take on or fill in the position of the graduating player.
Oh, and I almost forgot. Jack Cruz also has another younger sister, actually. I saw her when I visited the LaSalle practice. She also plays the libero position. So perhaps she will be on the team also next year.
Service.
And she could compete with Season for the libero position if indeed Gohing decides to forgo her final year of eligibility.
Meta too wide. Lady Spikers.
You see a lot of young players really starting to look out for their schools early on.
LaSalle is at set point here, easily cruising against the University of the Philippines. Araneta. Oh,
That hits the antenna.
very faulty error there for UP, and that leads to LaSalle taking the first set 25-10. This is the UAAP Season 74 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Don't go away. Set number 2 is coming up.